Perhaps when you've been in a Chinese restaurant, you have seen 8 little figures lined up in a row, sometimes displayed behind the counter or even inside the counter behind glass. Well, these 8 figures, sometimes made of wood, other times porcelain, are the 8 immortals of China. Much like the Western saints. Well, this story is about the 8 immortals, and we call it
The original Goldfinger. There are mortals.
And there are immortals.
In China, there are the 8 immortals.
8 enlightened souls whose wisdom and virtue, love and compassion were so pure that these once ordinary human beings were transformed one by one into the 8 immortals of Penglai Mountain.
The immortals lived on a mountaintop, on an island in a magical eastern sea.
Life there is paradise.
Life there is perfection,
where every need is satisfied. But one day, they got bored. Say, do you think that there are any other enlightened souls down there on Earth? Pondered number 1.
Fat Chance retorted number 2.
Oh, what a sorry lot mortals are. Course 3, 4, and 5.
But there must be someone else, said number 6.
Perhaps one of us should return to Earth to look for such a person.
Good idea, number 7.
Someone of the highest
caliber
and incapable of greed. And so it was decided that the 8th immortal would descend to Earth to look for such a person. After devising a very simple test, the 8th immortal descended to Earth, disguised as a bearded old man, and roamed the countryside for the candidate for the 9th immortal.
Well, the 8th immortal wandered through the roads, and then he saw a traveler, a man like himself. Barely a word was exchanged when the 8th immortal waved his magic finger and pointed it, bing, at a small pebble on the road, turning it into solid gold. He handed it as a gift to the man. The man was amazed, then honored, then puzzled, and pointed.
Say, do you think you could point your finger at that big boulder over there?
Yeah. The man's heart was filled with greed, and so the 8th immortal turned and walked away. Well, he wandered down by the river when he saw a woman washing clothes on the rocks. Perhaps she is worthy of the heavens. Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh. Oh, my. I suppose this fine pebble of gold would feed my family for 1 week. But then what? Back to rice water and boiled weeds? Oh, no, 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 I could not do that to my family. Could you perhaps point your finger at that pile of rocks over there?
Hi-ya! The woman's heart was filled with desire and greed, and so the 8th immortal turned and walked away. Alas!
Alas!
Alas! In every village and every farm.
In every city, big and small.
He could not find one with the point of his magic finger. Bing!
Every woman, every man, even child responded the same.
Greed, more greed.
Oh, would no one be worthy of paradise? No one without this insatiable greed?
Oh, the immortal was ready to return up to the heavens when he saw a man sitting peacefully under a tree. Oh, well, I might as well try one last chance for humanity. Excuse me, sir. Bing!
Well, the man opened his eyes and glimpsed the gold, but simply went back to sleep.
Oh, I suppose you missed it. Once again. Bing!
And once again, the man opened his eyes, but still not a word.
What? Oh, I suppose it's not enough for you? All right. Bing, bing, bing!
3 piles of gold. And still the man remained unmoved.
What? Not big enough? All right, then. Bing, 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 bing,
Oh,
bing,
by
bing,
now,
bing,
the
bing,
8th
bing,
immortal
bing,
was
bing,
pointing
bing,
his finger at every blade of grass, every pebble, rock, bush, tree, surrounding the man in shimmering gold. And still, the man simply returned to sleep.
At last I have found one. The rest of human beings. One who is so pure, he's free from greed, free from desire and the insatiable slavery of greed. Oh, at last heaven shall have its ninth immortal. Oh, my dear, good man. All humans want something. Is there not even one thing under all the stars of heaven that you desire?
Oh, indeed. Your finger?
Oh, yeah.